We don't come back again. H Radio School don't come back.
Hello everyone, I am Mr. D, your favorite radio school teacher. On February 1st, H Radio School will be coming back to teach you literacy, numeracy, and STEM subjects.
This is for out-of-school children.
We will teach primary topics on Mondays at 11 a.m., secondary topics on Tuesdays at 11 a.m., and we will have a repeat episode on Wednesdays.
Hope all of una don hear o. Make una tune in on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays around 11 a.m. Parents, if your pikin no dey go school, make una try make dem go school for radio so your pikin fit learn. This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.
This nursery and primary school session is for out-of-school children. Hello listeners, my name is Miss Amaka and I am your literacy teacher on ACE Radio School. I hope you're ready to learn with your books and pencils. Fantastic! This week, we will be revising the letter sound learned this month. We'll also revise all that we learned on articles. Before we start learning what we are to do this week, we will be revising the letter sound Q to W. Are you ready? Great. Let's sing. Letter Q says Q. Letter Q says Q. Every letter makes a sound. Letter Q says Q. 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 Queen. Q. Q. Quick. Letter R says R. Letter R says R. Every letter makes a sound. Letter R says R. 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 Red. R. R. Rich. Letter S says S. Letter S says S. Every letter makes a sound. Letter S says S. 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 Sun. S. S. Special. Letter T says T. Letter T says T. Every letter makes a sound. Letter T says T. 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 Turn. T. T. Tear. Letter U says Letter U says Every letter makes a sound. Letter U says Uncle. Under. Letter V says V. Letter V says V. Every letter makes a sound. Letter V says V. 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 Violin. V. V. Van. Letter W says W. Letter W says W. Every letter makes a sound. Letter W says W. 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 Wind. W. W. Wave. Amazing! Let's talk about what we learned on article this month. Articles are words that follow a noun to modify the noun. That is, they help to point out a particular noun or to refer to a noun. Remember that a noun is the name of a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Or you can say a noun is a naming word. Example: apple, chair, dog, pencil, umbrella, spoon, and hospital. Can you remember the three types of article we learned? They are the, a, and. But this month we learned about a and an. Remember, in English there are two sounds, consonant sounds and vowel sounds. Vowel sounds are A, E, I, O, U, while consonant sounds are the rest of the alphabet that are not vowels. Now, let us recite the consonant sounds without the vowel alphabet. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y and Z. The article "and" goes with a noun that begins with a vowel sound. So, whenever you want to mention a word that starts with a vowel sound, you use article "and." For example, the vowel sound I begins with words like ink, igloo, insect, and injection. This word goes with article "and." Let's see how it goes together. An ink, an igloo, an insect, an injection. Another example. Let us use vowel O. Vowel O begin in words like orange, octopus, otter, and ostrich. Now let us use the word with article "an." An orange, an octopus, an otter, and ostrich. Article A goes with a noun that begins with a consonant sound. For example, the consonant sound D begin in words like dog, door, duck, desk, and deer. These words go with article A. Let's see how it goes together. A dog, a door, a duck, a desk, and a deer. Now let's do an exercise. Listen to these sentences and say which one is correct. Sentence A. I can see an kangaroo. Sentence B. I can see a kangaroo. Which sentence has the correct article for the noun kangaroo? Did you say sentence A? No. It is sentence B. Because the noun kangaroo begins with the consonant sound K. So the right article to use is article A, not article an. Let's do another exercise. Choose the correct sentence. Sentence A. I have an apple. Sentence B. I have a apple. Which sentence has the correct article for the noun apple? Did you say sentence A? That is correct. The correct sentence is I have an apple, because the word apple begins with the vowel sound A. So the right article to use is article an, not article A. Excellent. Okay, listeners, we have come to the end of today's class. It's time for your homework. I will ask you 2 questions. Send your answer as a text message indicating your name, gender, state you live in, class, and subject to 070-3630-3182. Now, listen carefully to the questions. Are you ready? Here it goes. Question number 1. Listen to the words zebra, fish, berries, and egg. Which article goes with these words? Question 2. Mention 2 words that begins with the letter sound V and W. Thank you for learning with me today. We will be taking a break after this episode. Send a message and tell us how much you love Ace Radio School. Bye.
This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.
This nursery and primary session is for out-of-school children. Hello, listeners. I'm your ACE Radio School Numeracy teacher. My name is Kalamubu, and you can call me Miss S. This month, we learned about square numbers. Now, before we begin, let me find out, did you have your book and pencil? For this lesson, we need a book to make squares or dots, a pencil, and some counters. Quick, get the things you need. I am waiting for you. You have 10 seconds. Good to have you back. Before we begin our lesson for today, let us do some counting from 1 to 40. This is for the little girls and boys. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Great job! Today, we will revise all we have learned this month on square numbers. In our lessons this month, we said that a square number is when a number can be multiplied by itself. For example, 2 times 2 equal to 4. So, it is a square number for 2 squared. To write the mathematical formula for this, you need to add a small 2 to the top right of the number. For example, 2 squared. You can call it 2 raised to the power of 2. We learned that when a number is multiplied by itself, the product is called a square number. For example, 3 times 3 equals 9. 2 times 2 equals 4. Let us look at some examples of square numbers. Example 1. 1 squared equal to 1 row with 1 dot only. That is because 1 times 1 equal to 1. 2 squared equal to 2 rows with 2 dots in each row. Let us make this in our notebooks. Are you ready? Make the first row with 2 dots. Have you done that? Make the second row with 2 dots again. And we are done here. Now let us count how many dots we have made in all. 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, and 4 dots. This means that 2 squared equal to 4. Example 3. 3 squared equal to 3 rows of 3 objects. Let us make this in our notebook too. Let's go. Make the first row with 3 dots. Have you done that? Good. Make the second row with 3 dots. Next, make the third row with 3 dots. Now, let us count how many dots we have made all together. 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, 6 dots, 7 dots, 8 dots, and 9 dots. This means that 3 squared equal to 9. You can go on and on to square other numbers. We took this a step higher by learning how to find the area of a square. We said that the area of a square is the space covered by the object. The area of a square is the number of square units needed to fill a square. To find the area of a square, you have to square both sides. That is, area equal to S times S, where S is the length of each side of the square. Let us use the example below to explain this more. Example: what is the area of a square with a 4-foot side? A square has equal sides, so to find the area of the square, we take one side and square it or multiply the number by itself. So, if the side of the square is 4, then the area of the square will be 4 squared, or 4 raised to the power of 2. 4 squared is 4 times 4. Can you remember what 4 times 4 is? 16. Therefore, the area of a square with 4-foot side is 4 times 4, which is equal to 16 feet. Great job, everyone. we are going to recite the square numbers of 1 to 10. Let's go. 1 times 1 or 1 squared equal to 1. 2 times 2 or 2 squared equal to 4. What is the next square number? Did you say 3? You are correct. It is 3. 3 times 3 or 3 squared equal to 9. 4 times 4 or 4 squared equal to 16. 5 times 5 or 5 squared equal to 25. 6 times 6 or 6 squared equal to 36. 7 times 7 or 7 squared equal to 49. 8 times 8 or 8 squared equal to 64. 9 times 9 or 9 squared equal to 81. And 10 times 10 or 10 squared equal to 100. Okay, children, we have come to the end of today's lesson, but before we go, let me give you this homework. Are you ready? Before we start, grab your phone. Go to your text message and type your name. Have you done that? Now, type your gender. Tell us if you're a boy or a girl. Tell us what state in Nigeria you are in now. Are you in Borno, Kano, Abuja? Which state are you right now? Type them in. Now, the questions. Choose the right option, A to C. Question 1. The square of 10 can be written as A. 10 plus 10, which is equal to 20. B. 10 times 10, which is equal to 100. C. 10 plus 10 plus 10, which is equal to 30. Sorry, question 2. What is the square of 100? A. 1000. B. 1001. C. 10,000. Now, send your answer to 070-363-03182. The number again is 070-363-03182. Press send. Do it now. Today, we did a recap of all we have learned this month on square numbers. You can catch up on past episodes on our YouTube channel called Ace Radio School. Until next time, keep learning. Remember to bring a book and pencil to the next class. Bye, listeners.
This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.
This is for out-of-school children. Hello, listeners. I am your ACE Radio School science teacher. My name is Numeracy Sanusi, but you can call me Mr. D. Welcome to today's science class on ACE Radio School. Today is a special episode where we will revise all that we have learned in the last few weeks. In the past weeks, we learned about pollution. We also learned about the types of pollution and the effects of pollution. But before we begin, let's sing a song about pollution. You can sing with me after my first try. Let's make the air free. Let's make the land free. Let's make the earth free of pollution. We can make the air free. We can make the land free by learning about pollution. Can you sing with me? All right. Let's make the air free. Let's make the land free. Let's make the earth free of pollution. We can make the air free. We can make the land free by learning about pollution. Alright, now let's learn more about pollution. Sometimes the things we do makes the earth dirty, and over a period of time, it becomes unpleasant to us. Anything that makes the earth dirty and unhealthy is called pollution. 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 Pollution is when something is added to the environment that is harmful or poisonous to living things. Pollution happens when the environment is contaminated or dirtied by waste, chemicals, and other harmful substances. For example, smoke or dust in the air is a type of pollution, and it is bad for the lungs when we breathe in. Sewage in drinking water is another type of pollution, as it can make people ill because it contains germs and viruses. People living next to a building site where there is too much noise can become sick as they cannot sleep. There are 3 ways pollution occurs. They are air, water, and land pollution. Air pollution is the pollution of the air. Some of the things we do cause gases to fill the air which are bad for us. Some of these things include gases that come from the cars we drive and gases from factories that produce the things we use. Sometimes, air pollution can have natural causes, for example when there's a volcano or a dust storm. Another type of pollution that occurs is water pollution. Water pollution is when waste, chemicals, or other particles cause a body of water like rivers, oceans, and lakes to become harmful to the fish and animals that need the water to survive, and also to us, who need water to do things like drink and many more things. A lot of water pollution comes from human activity. For example, when we use pesticides and fertilizers in farms, the chemicals can go into the water underground and pollute it. We also learned about land pollution. Land pollution is anything that damages or contaminates the land. There are many causes of land pollution, from the trash we throw away in our homes to waste products at giant factories. Sometimes, chemicals from the trash can contaminate the soil and eventually the groundwater we need for drinking. Also, we learned about the ways to prevent these types of pollution. For air pollution, we learned that we can try to minimize the amount of electricity you use. Turn off the lights when leaving your room and do not leave the TV or computer on when you're not using it. Driving less helps a lot too. For example, we can go to school together with our friends in a car instead of driving different cars to school together. We also learned about how to reduce water pollution. Because fresh and clean water is a precious resource, we must ensure we don't waste it. When you're done in the restroom, make sure the toilet isn't running and don't leave the tap running. If you or your parents want to kill the unwanted plants around you, you can try pulling the weeds in the yard so you don't need to use weed killers like herbicides. Also, we must always pick up our trash, especially when at the beach, lake, or river, so they don't end up polluting the water. Finally, we learned about how to prevent land pollution. Since land pollution is the type of pollution that we can easily see, it is something we can easily prevent. We learned that we prevent land pollution by recycling, which means reusing something that would have been thrown away as new products. For example, instead of throwing away cardboard papers, you can use it to build a robot. Another way to prevent land pollution is to reduce the trash we create. This can include not using a napkin or paper towel unless you absolutely need one, drinking water from a cup rather than a plastic bottle, and being sure to properly dispose of harmful trash like batteries and computer equipment. Also, you can help out by picking up trash when you see it lying around. But kids, make sure to ask your parents for help before you pick up strange trash. Alright, we have come to the end of today's class. Today, we learned about pollution and its effects. We learned, for instance, that land pollution can make our environment dirty, which can cause diseases. We also learned about the ways we can reduce pollution by recycling, stopping the waste of water, and disposing our trash properly. That was fantastic. But before we go, I'd like to give you some homework. I'll ask 2 questions, and you have to send your answers as a text message to this number: 070-363-03182. Don't forget to type your name, gender, which is male or female, class, the state you currently live in, and the subject, which is science. Have you done that? Okay, here are the questions. Question 1. Which of these can help prevent land pollution? Which of these can help prevent land pollution? A. Recycling. B. Rewinding. C. Acid rain. Question 2. Which of these is not a type of pollution? Which of these is not a type of pollution? A. Land pollution. B. Air pollution. C. wind pollution. Remember to send your answers to 070-363-03182. We will be going on a break and won't be airing for a while. You can send us text messages telling us all you have learned and how much you love H Radio School. Until I come your way next time, stay safe, wash your hands regularly, and remember, keep learning. Bye, listeners.
This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.